Welcome. In this video, it's in the series of the 2020, what to expect in 2020. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the major indexes. So we're going to talk about the NASDAQ 100 in this case. Before getting into that, here is a quick disclaimer. It's also in the bottom of the description. It's always there, so make sure you understand what trading is and that trading involves risk, and you should always be aware of that. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Help me grow this channel and help me continue this channel and to help others become successful in trading as well. So thanks a lot for that. And now let's dive into it right away. Here's the NASDAQ 100. And one of the first things we do, of course, is we go to the bigger time frames. Now this is the monthly chart, which is something which is interesting as well. I talked about it in previous videos, and my thing is where I really made money is in trend trading. I trend traded a lot of stocks and these kinds of indexes, and the thing was, this is the monthly, so let's say the bottom was at 965 and it's now at 9,000. Well, of course this was in 08. Was I trading back then? No, I was not trading. I think I started trading 8 years ago, so that's now it's 2012, somewhere around that time. So yeah, I definitely picked a lot. I made a lot of money in the almost always up moving NASDAQ, but more on specific trend trading in the future. One more thing in another video, but one more thing. You know, let's assume you entered a trade around this level over here, and things started to move. I'll show you in a little more detail on a weekly chart as well. But every time pullbacks occur, like markets are trending, we have some consolidation, pullback, markets are trending, consolidation or pullback, etc., etc. Adding to those positions, and you know, if positions from here on out are still running and you keep adding, then you know it's going to be a huge thing once the trend keeps going. And to be honest, last year, this was 2018, when this happened, I and a lot of people thought like, okay, let's see what's going on here. This is a huge correction. This is actually breaking previous support levels, but eventually it was a fake out, and we kept going, and we are now at 9,000. We are at all-time highs. You know, the numbers don't always back that, but it is what it is. But let's see what to expect from the NASDAQ in 2020. Well, of course, it's a huge bullish market, and to make that clear, because in the weekend I received a question about someone who did not understand the term bullish. It means the market is going up. You know, it's and in terms of how to take a trade, if markets go up, of course you want to go with the trend, and if the trend is bullish, we go up, we go long. So those make that clear. So yeah, we're definitely going up. That's it for now. I'm not gonna put in too much information here at the moment. You know, I can put in a trend line over here. Sure, it will show you. Well, let's just do that. It will give you a picture of where price is moving in. This is a level where price is moving in, and then again we can put in a trend line like this. Sooner or later we will get new corrections, and those trend lines will probably have meaning by then. And of course the ultimate support level at the moment is over here. So that's just the thing I want to put out there on the, and here I want is a resistance level where price was struggling a bit to get through, but we are definitely through. So a pullback from the monthly perspective, a pullback into this 77,000 level, 7,700, let's say 8. I think 8. This would be a round number and something where price is likely to react. That's it for now. So we are. This is very clear what the NASDAQ is doing. It's January, and often if markets keep rallying like this, it's very interesting. Okay, so we see it over here. We can adjust it a little bit. I think indeed around the round number. Let's just say it like that. That's perfect. Okay, so that's what we're having right now. We broke out. We are making new highs. We are rallying. Price is strong. So that's what we get from here on out. Then we are at the weekly chart right now, and like I said, let me show you what I mean by if a market is rallying. Let's say, for example, here we touched this lower trend line over here, and we started to make rallies. I think this was still range bound because this resistance was still in place, and then over here resistance got broken. Quite choppy, but eventually we started moving up on the top side of this resistance level. So we had ourselves some consolidation, we had ourselves a real pullback over here, some struggle with this trend line over here, then we start rallying, we had ourselves a real pullback, and if you put in a trend line like this, then you could have known that this pullback, these pin bars would have occurred, and price continued to push higher. So this was a huge rally. Remember, this is the weekly chart. This was a huge rally where you could have gotten in a couple of times and just, you know, sit. That's the thing in trading, just sit, let it ride, and okay, that's what we got. Then eventually this is not just a pin bar or just a pullback. When you put in these trend lines, I think if you go further back, maybe you get some more information why this level had any meaning. And then of course, knowing that this was resistance and this is now starting to move again. This is the weekly, don't forget that, so we get more entry signals when we look at the 4-hour or the daily chart. But this was definitely a bearish move. Some correction, another push, trying to push through this level here, but that was kind of tough to do. And then eventually we broke through and we started rallying. Those highs were adding up, so these higher lows, were moving along, so eventually we broke. But okay, we're still overall strong price move, and that's what we can expect. So what to expect? Let's go back to the monthly for a minute here. We broke through, so a lot of times what happens is the same thing over here. We broke, we started rallying, and eventually price tends to get back here and to retest a certain level. So what I am looking for, I'm overall very price is very strong, so eventually this I think this can keep on going, but eventually we have to come back and test this level 4, and then that's the time where I start paying attention. So you know, when this move is going on, it's kind of hard to get in certain trades, especially when you're in new territory. It's kind of tough to do that. So it's the same over here. How far is this going to go, or what are my entries? Of course, you can find them when you go to the hourly chart or the 4-hour chart, but it's not easy. I want to close this video by zooming in a little bit, because I see in my comments that some people they understand that markets are moving up or moving down, but they're having some trouble picking an entry. So let's try to get to that at the end of the video. So overall, also for 2020, at the moment I do not see any reason why this is gonna shift. This has been some strong price moves. It's the beginning of the year. We have the Iran situation, but price doesn't really worry about that at the moment. So yeah, we have also the US election, so there's quite some things are going on. And you know how I think about technical analysis. It's always from time to time do a fresh analysis and make sure you understand that how price moves, and just keep on analyzing the new things. So for now, bullish, and that's what we're looking at. Let's go to the daily chart now. Okay, we broke out. We kind of came back a little bit for a retest, but that's not enough. And I think eventually we will see a corrective structure, but that's also on the bigger time frame. So for now, as long as this structure here is in place, I'm still bullish. And talking in terms of how should I enter this market, something I would like to see is something coming back into this trend line, for example, and then watch price on a lower time frame to get some confirmation, or just take the trade. Sometimes it's more like that. The ultimate support level that needs to stay in is this level over here, and I'm gonna mark that red for now, because as long as this level is in place, this market is bullish. If we break this level, and we need some more price action to confirm that. Retests of this level, etc., etc., will cause this correction to start. And then you can do two things, or you switch, you go short, and you ride the correction out. It's a 1,000-point move, so it could be interesting. Or you just wait. You just wait for the corrective structure, like what happened over here. We had a huge corrective structure, and then finally, price rejected at a certain key level, then came back, forming the first higher low, and then started rallying to the upside. So this is a thing you can watch over and over in the markets. So that's something to be looking for here. Then 4 hours, same thing. We see these trending phases over here as well. So it's quite a consolidation phase. At the moment, we have this small level in here as well. It's also a level to be watching, even though it's a little bit early to say this is an actual support. We don't know that yet, but ideally around the 8800 levels would be interesting to take on a trade and ride a 200-point move back into the, well, where it was price almost at the 90.45. So yeah, definitely some interesting moves. But the more interesting move, and that's more the thing in this video as well, of course, you want to, the better moves, the best moves maybe even, are the ones when we finally get a correction into this zone, and then we get ourselves a break of the pullback structure, forming higher highs and higher lows, and then ride it back up. Because in that case, you're not gonna, this is a 250 point move. If we sit on our hands and don't trade at the moment, then we have ourselves the potential of a, let's say, 1,000-point move. So it's up to your trading strategy and all those things. If what kind of trades you want to pick. I traded a lot, and I was a lot of trades I took were trades like I want to get in and out of the market a lot in the past, but right now there are weeks I do not take a trade at all. I really analyze once a day, or maybe sometimes I do it on a Saturday, on a Tuesday and a Thursday or something like that. I don't want to be behind the charts too much. It gets me more a clear view on what's going on, and yeah, well, that's more my style. So for now, this is what it is. If this occurs, of course we're gonna, we're gonna probably pass the 9,000, and the 10,000 is gonna be definitely a big mark where price will have some trouble just moving past, but we'll see what happens. So I hope you get the picture. I'm gonna close off this video on the weekly chart. Yeah, like I'm gonna remove this to get things to not get things messy on the charts. We are in a upward going move. We are in new territory, waiting for a correction. That's my idea. Just like happened over here, new territory, huge correction, and then get in and move. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I want to ride the waves on the daily and the 4-hour charts, and that's what making the big money, or the interesting money. So let's see what happens. For now, 2020 NASDAQ, and I think a lot of other indexes or indices are definitely starting off strong. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.